You doing?
Good, good. So Coach Franklin and Mike Mack kind of just talked about it a little bit. You guys kind of reinforce your culture of, finding the past 3 weeks. How have you progressed as players on the defensive side of the ball?
Hold on 1 second. They got my volume low. My bad. How has I reinforced the message of like reestablishing the culture? Is that what you said?
Yeah, how you progress the seniors.
I mean, we just told everybody you got to keep investing. You know, anything in life, when you come up short, first thing people do is turn and run. So you got to figure out another way to invest, another way to get better, and that's all we did. It's been a tough season. It hasn't been our standard, nobody's standard. As a Nittany Lion, all of us Penn Staters, all of us that bleed this blue. It's not what we expected. But I think people should be proud of the way that this team finished. And, all you can do is keep fighting. That's all we ever preach is keep fighting, keep investing.
If you have a question for Shaka, please hit the raise your hand button. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Shaka. I apologize if you already answered this, but in the third quarter when Michigan State got down into the red zone and you guys got that field goal stop, how important did you feel like that was to kind of changing the momentum of the game?
Vital. Yards are going to happen. Offenses are prolific nowadays. Even the most average quarterback, not saying he was anybody's average, I'm just saying just an average quarterback can, if he timing the ball right, you scheme things right, you can always move the ball. The crucial thing for defenses nowadays is not giving up touchdowns. That's something that we always done in the past, and I think that's something that we didn't do our best this year. And, in the red zone, you got to stand up. 3 points is a whole lot better than 7 points. So you got to keep fighting. It's crucial. They put them in a different mindset now. You not down one score. You down 2 scores instead of 1. A field goal, it changed the entire complexion of the game. Who knows how to end? We'd have gave up a touchdown right there. I was big on our defense to stand up.
Neil Riddell.
Yeah. Hey, Shaka, just wondering, was there a mindset that this was the last home game, or are you guys prepared for possibly playing again next week, maybe at home? Has much been discussed?
The biggest mindset was just finishing. We don't know what's going on with next week, but you got to play what's on your schedule. You can't think ahead. You got to think about what you got in front of you. I think that's just a pivotal part of our team. That we focus on going 1-0. You don't go into a game thinking about, oh, this might be my last hurrah and stuff. No, you think about, I'm going this game, do whatever I can to help my brothers win. So all this other stuff, man, we just gotta keep working.
Love my boy Shaka, man.
Keep working, man. You gotta keep working.
Nate Bauer.
Okay, even when you weren't necessarily getting to the quarterback, it looked like the pressure built in the second half that you guys were able to get through a little bit more. But what led to that? What were some of the differences, I guess, between the second quarter and the third and fourth?
I just think we started changing things up on defense, made them hold the ball. If you're watching the game, you can see people are getting rid of the ball fast all year. I've seen Jason Norway win in 2 seconds, and the guy still got the ball off. I don't think our sacks are a reflection of how we've been pass rushing. People they love to just look at the stats at the end of the game, like, oh well, we didn't do this. If you watch the game, you will see we in his face all day. So I think our pressures has been consistent all year. Getting a sack, people don't realize how hard it is. Winning 13% out of 100, that's impressive. That seemed like a small number, but if you win 13% pressures, that's significant. So we just kept fighting, changed things up, try to confuse him, man. People just kept rushing, all we do is keep fighting around here, and that's who we are, and that's what we always going to be.
Tyler Donahue.
Hi, Shaka. I want to ask about the guy who just came and gave you a hug, because Shane Simmons played one of his best games today in a Penn State uniform, it seemed. Did you see this coming from him over the course of practice week, and what did it mean to see him have this kind of performance in potentially his last game at Beaver Stadium?
Shane's been working hard all year, so this is nothing new. He's a hard worker his whole life. That's my brother. we went through red shirt year together on a scout team. Not gonna speak on too much about why, but me and him, we know that struggle together, just having to go out there and just give you all no matter what. And I couldn't be more happy for him. He didn't get the starting job, and he didn't sulk, he didn't complain. He just kept coming into practice every day, mentoring young guys, and just made sure that he contributed and maximized his role. And that's gonna be my brother for life. I don't know what he's gonna do. NFL, he gonna be a millionaire one other way. Football, no football, he gonna be a millionaire. So I'm gonna keep that guy close to my hip and trying to get rich.
Gabe Angieri.
Shaka, thanks for your time. That drive in the third quarter when Michigan State drove down the field, you guys held them to a field goal. Do you think that was one of the turning points in the game where the defense really stepped up and could blow back the offense?
Yeah, keeping people from scoring is always big. I talked about it a little bit earlier. It's just you can't just let people go in there and score. You can bend, but you cannot break. Give them a touchdown, it changes momentum. But a field goal, it make an offense stall out and make them reevaluate. And whenever offense kick a field goal, it's a mental thing. Like, dang man, I can't punch the ball in. And I know that was a big point in the game. We just kept fighting. That's all I can say is we just keep fighting. No matter what. You gotta be willing to die for your brother. And in that red zone, you gotta be able to really die for your brother. You gotta die in the gap, put your body on the line. It's physical down there in that short yardage. So I definitely think it was a big part of the game.
Parthy Paje.
Hey, what's up, Shaka? Appreciate the time.
No problem. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, of course. You mentioned kind of continuing to fight, multiple times in this media interview, whatever. At halftime, when you're down 11, was there ever a thought, amongst the seniors that, okay, we can't go out like this? And was that kind of what the fuel was for second half? And if not, what was the fuel?
It's definitely like, man, you don't just let nobody come in your house and take over. Honestly, I have I think less than 5 home losses in my career here, honestly. So you don't let nobody come in your house, sit on your couch, eat a sandwich and think it's gonna be sweet. Ain't none of that, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody came in the locker room, we calmed down, fixed some things, we made our adjustments, and I think the second half showed the type of team we are.
Neil Riddell.
Hey, Shaka, I'm wondering if you, as you look at this season, you guys really struggled in the first half of games and played great in the second half of games. How do you put your finger on that?
I mean, I really can't. I think our youth showed sometimes this year. When you watch our games, statistically, we're right where we was last year. Yards allowed and things like that, the simple mistakes. People blowing coverages, people not doing their job. And I think that's just, we were suffering from youth early on. I'm guilty of it myself. I made my mistakes. I won't ever make it seem like it wasn't the best. I was definitely involved in pivotal mistakes in during the season. I just think that people just kept working. Like, we just kept investing. And I think the benefit of people never pointing fingers in our locker room, older guys starting with themselves saying that I'm going to do whatever I got to do to help this team win, I think it just changed for us. I think the second half in Nebraska really just let us wake up and realize the type of team we are. Things, like I said, trials and tribulations, we've been up and down, but the brotherhood, the loyalty, and the fight in everybody, it just never stopped. You just got to keep playing. And like I just keep telling people, man, you got to love your brother enough and do whatever it takes to help him give his dreams and your dreams to match up too.
Mike Portman.
Thanks. Hey, Shaka. Thanks for doing this.
No problem. Thanks for asking.
Sure thing, buddy. James, every time he's talked to us this year, has mentioned the success of the team the last 4 years, the last 7 years. Has that been a constant message to you guys, and how does he present it?
The message has been, this is not who we are. We're a winning football program. Sanctions, no scholarships, back against the wall. We're a winning football program, and we don't settle for losing. Like I said, things didn't work out the best in them first few games, but you should be proud as a Penn Stater to watch these games, see this team grow. Because I'm telling y'all, man, these young guys, they hungry. They hungry. And this is momentum. That's something that Coach preaches is, keep the snowball rolling. We know how hard winning is. A lot of people don't realize how hard winning games are. You think because somebody's more talented or they got this coach and this, that. Football is at any given day. Anybody can show up and win. And we've seen upsets all the time. We've seen people who wouldn't think that's going to lose. So you can't expect people to win just because, what it says on paper. You got to go out there and play and earn it. And, we didn't do enough to earn a win. These last few games, we've done enough to earn wins.
So you're saying that's really observant. It took a while for the team to learn that, for the younger guys to learn that?
Young guys just had to learn how they can maximize their opportunity. And older guys, we had to keep preaching the message, keep driving our culture and how we do things. And I think everybody just realized that this is who we are. After that Michigan win, you just feel vindicated. Just feel that weight come off your shoulder, just make you want to dance. So everybody enjoys winning. But you gotta put the work in to do it, and you gotta be critical of the details. And you gotta make sure that you put your all out there, 100% every play.
Okay, final question for Shaka. We're gonna go with Peter Terpstra.
Hey, what is it about Shane Simmons that's gonna make him a millionaire, NFL or not?
That boy is smooth. He can talk to people. He don't talk a lot. When he talk, all right. That boy, he read books. He wakes up early, goes to sleep early. Real mature as a person, and he's driven to make that money. I don't want to be broke. He want to own a business. He want to own things, and I'll be right along with him. Hopefully, NFL give me enough money I can be able to invest in whatever dream he got going on. You can trust people like Shane Simmons, not money hungry. Just want to help get himself along and get you along too. You got to see it in people like him. They be the quiet ones that really be having $1 million thoughts.
Thank you, Shaka. You're good to go. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.